What is up, guys? In this video we're going to be going over mistakes to avoid when actually hiring people and outsourcing. So something I've learned about hiring hundreds of contractors over the years is that the difference between the top 1% contractors and everyone else is staggering in terms of their productivity and work output, right? It's truly night and day, because a top 1% contractor can do the work of 10 lesser contracts in the same amount of time and normally for 1/10 of the cost, right? It's amazing. And so here's some additional tips that I've learned over the years for finding and keeping top tier contractors. Now, like I mentioned before, something that I like doing, which is, becomes incredibly important as your business grows, is to have your contractors just write a few sentences at the end of the day telling you what they worked on and if they have any questions, right? So have them send you an email, or, we have everyone send it to the Slack channel, because when everyone's working remote, that has problems. It has a ton of benefits, but it also has some problems, right? Because you're not working in the same environment, you're not in an office together, so you can't just go up and talk to them. Most of the time, the people that that are working for you live on the other side of the planet. And so one great way to avoid miscommunication is through a daily email, right? And we don't use email, we have everyone send it to the Slack channel, but you can also do it to your email. Not only does this hold them accountable to you, but it also helps them know that you expect a daily report of what they've worked on and what they've accomplished. And just that alone should motivate them enough to be productive and do what you've asked them to do, right? And it also gives you a perfect opportunity to assess their work and, if needed, provide them with additional training, because communication is always key. And by communicating frequently, you're going to clear up any confusion, you're going to resolve concerns, you're going to answer questions that they have, and you're going to build trust and build a good working relationship with them. And one of the most difficult challenges that most entrepreneurs face is that they don't often work with anyone else. And letting go of control is devastatingly difficult for most people. But it's important to understand it's okay to let other people do work for you, right? They're good at it, if not better than you are at it. And so if you're constantly micromanaging, people won't want to work for you, right? And you'll drive yourself crazy. Work daily on getting better at letting people work without you constantly having to observe them. And another thing that I've learned that can save you a ton of time is have one communication channel. Now, this doesn't seem important, but it is, especially as you scale. Keep everyone in the same communication medium. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting all your time trying to find things and keep track of all these different conversations. And we're going to talk about my recommended communication medium platform, which is Slack, later on. But you always want to make sure that you establish SOPs as soon as you possibly can, right? Standard operating procedures. Keep everything in Google Drive. Have all your project management in Trello. Keep all communications on Slack. And when you create that efficiency from the start, it's going to be so much easier to scale, because you can either learn how to do it the wrong way, or you can learn how to do it the right way from the beginning. And then that resistance that you feel from learning new things is going to happen either way, whether you learn the wrong way or the right way. So you might as well learn it the right way from the beginning. And then for hiring people, right? As I've already said, I generally find the best workers in India, Pakistan, and the Philippines. And so if you're hiring from the Philippines, it's important to understand that they have something called the 13th month. Now, the 13th month is an annual payout made in December where Filipino workers are paid 1/12 of their annual salary, right? And you don't have to do that, but I strongly recommend that you do, right? It's just a kind of a tradition over there. Not only that, it's a great motivator, right? So keep that in mind if you hire people full-time from the Philippines. And really, guys, it's important to understand it doesn't matter who you hire or where they're from, they're still humans, right? And that's key to developing a long-lasting work relationship. They're not robots or slaves, right? They're humans, and if, they mess up or they have questions, that's fine, right? Let them know that's fine. Take time to give them compliments. Tell them that they did something good. Give them a little bonus. Again, like I said, it doesn't have to be much, but even if you give them an extra $5 for a script, it's going to make all the difference, and it's going to continue to motivate them to continue producing great scripts just like the one you gave a bonus for, right? And also, ask them how they're doing, ask about their families, do things like that, tell them happy birthday, do things that are going to make them realize like, wow, this guy, he's not treating me like a robot or a slave. He's actually treating me like a human. And literally by doing those simple things, you're going to make your team 100 times more efficient, because they're all going to, love working for you. They're going to be motivated. They're going to output better work. And overall, it's going to drive your revenue through the roof. And also to mention, if you have someone who's been doing well for a long time, but their productivity starts to decline, right? Reach out to them, ask them if there's anything wrong in their life that may be causing this. They might have had to go to the hospital. They might be incredibly sick with something, right? If you can, try to find the cause of why the quality of their work's declining instead of just immediately replacing them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this short video. In the next one, we're going to be going over tools that you need to organize a team.